As the next step, we'll do this middle part here, die Lasche. I just watched at Leo what Lasche is called in English. Actually, I don't know. I just will use the word flap for that. Okay, I'm not sure if that's the right one. You can Google it if you want. For that flap, I start with a cylinder. Also, as usual, I decrease my subdivisions. I rotate and scale it, of course. Oops. I take 14. Then I delete all the stuff I don't need. His side parts and also that one. Okay, position it. I give them some edge loops. Okay, just for the first. I hide here my shoe part so it's easier for me to see what's going on. So okay, but actually I need that one to do a better modification. So let's check out here where the flap form is going. So just put it okay, it's not too bad. Here, just squeeze it. Okay. So, when you're happy with it, take all the faces and extrude it. I will extrude it inside because it's easier for me. Now you have got the black faces. You already know the way to get rid of this. Normals, reverse. Okay, let's watch in the smooth mode. I insert more edge loops. One here. Also one here, that my form stays better in shape. Okay. Of course I can do some more better fitting. Just take your vertices and reposition them if necessary. Just that you don't get too much gaps. It's not that bad if actually the shoe isn't is a little bit cutting each other here in the one mode. In this case, it's more important that the 3 mode is working fine. Okay, here I can do a little bit better. Okay, and also take these edges that the flap is getting a little bit thicker. Okay, not too bad. And the last thing we need might be the most difficult one. We need the hose and of course die Schnürsenkel. What the hell is Schnürsenkel in English? Shoelace, shoestring. Okay. So, but first we will save the scene. Save scene as. Okay, another version. And then we'll go on to the next step. So for the holes for the shoelace, we will work with Booleans. But you know that when we work with Booleans, you have a lot of rework. Okay, you have to connect every hole that you got in your geometry with the already given geometry, and that's a very lot of work, especially in this way where you get then millions of edge loops you don't need, and they will destroy our smooth form here. So we will choose another way where we don't want to rework the geometry afterwards. So what we do, I actually duplicate my shoe in the rough version here. Okay, I just want to keep it if I do something weird here with my creating holes. And then I do the smoothing here with this part. I go to mesh, smooth, go inside the options, and I will choose 2 or 3 division levels and do the smoothing. I hope my eye isn't crashing. Okay, so what happened? Now I actually forced Maya to build the smooth form into the geometry. Now you have a very high resoluted mesh. You can't work with them, okay, actually. So you should do this way just when you're really happy with the form, and this should be the very last step in your geometry that you do this kind of smoothing. Okay, then we will create the basic forms of our holes, and for that, okay, I'll leave it here 20. Give it also some subdivision here, and this will be die Stanze quasi, and I will check where I have to do my holes. Okay, keep them a little bit smaller. Okay, I think then I will rotate it a little bit. Yeah, that could be one position, or the first one. So duplicate this object and just move it right up to where I try to build a straight line up here. You can decide if you choose here or here. It's just important that you get a nice line of holes. And be sure that the distance here is always the same. I will rotate them up here. Okay, and another duplicate, the last one. The last hole is somewhere here, I guess. So we'll check it. Okay. I decide myself, okay, are the distances fine? And I take all these cylinders, I group them and duplicate them. And I scale this group to the other side. Okay, and push it here inside again. Okay, I have to do it manually anyway. I do the reverse of normals. Then I reposition my holes. Okay, I think they are fine. They are all going through the geometry. So, save scene as. Always save before you do the Boolean work, because Booleans love to crash. So, just be sure that they won't, that your scene is saved. Okay, and then select your surface and one of the cylinders and go to Booleans difference. Let's see if it works. Yeah, it works. So do this. Maya needs a little time for that with every hole. And so because my geometry is already smooth, you see, actually Maya doesn't like to smooth such geometry another time, so don't do that because Maya will crash anyway. No cancel operation. And so we are not going into the 3 mode. So we just leave it, and so we don't need any rework actually. Okay, it's not perfect geometry, but it's fine for our purposes. So give Maya a little time. So, perfect. We have our holes, and now we will check how the shoelace will be done. So for the shoelace, we use a special kind of extruding, and for that we need a curve. And this curve, I will start here. I will just try to follow this shape. This will be, so I just do 1 point here in the middle and then 2 here at the near the hole, 1 in the middle, and I will go the way right back, 2 here, 1 in the middle, 2 here, Perfect. So this line is now here at the bottom of my. So I have to reposition and scale it a little bit that it fits better again. And now I have to check here with the control vertex. Okay, I don't see the control vertices, but I know they are here. So I take all the middle control vertices and pull them outside so that I see them. Okay, just like that. And here I just try to check which one I have to do it here step by step. Okay, where to start? The movement is a little bit tricky. Okay, first hole. You have to check that one of them is going outside and the other is going inside. Oops. No? Okay. And that will be a little work now, so I will speed up this later on. So I think it's not perfect, but so just that you see the process. Now, save it and then go to polygons, create a little cylinder. I just take 6 subdivisions and no subdivisions in the caps. Then very tight, and then I snap it with here, press C, and I try to position. It's always difficult to attach to, yeah. Now I got the line. I rotate it a little bit, check the thickness. Okay, how thick do I like to have my shoelace? And now take the face, shift select the curve you have, and then go to edit mesh, face, and go inside the extrude options and raise the divisions. And here you see the curve settings. They are automatically selected, and so the extrusion will be along our curve. Extrude. Yeah, here we go. So now we have to do a little bit of rework. I think my shoelaces are a little bit too thick. Yeah, they're too thick, so just go back, do a little bit smaller, and then do my extrude again. I'm happier with that. What you can do also in this step, when you select the curve inside and go to control vertex, you can also adjust here the curve, okay, and you can do some more modifications if you want to. Okay, where should the curve go? Here, upper or down under? Okay, so yeah, I have to take this one. Okay, and then afterwards you see here it's getting these quite narrow places. You have to rework then your geometry, where you can manually move, or for example here there should be a better form than rotated. Okay, because it's quite stupid sometimes. Okay, and so you can get your shoelaces through your holes you just created here, and do a little bit of refining the build it up geometry. Okay, do this on your own. I think the way is clear. Try to hide them here then inside, or whatever you want to do with these ends. But I guess most of the modeling work is done now. I hope you had fun doing this, and I hope you learned a lot. Of course, you can do more fine work here. I just did now the rough shoe. You could do it a little bit more detailed, but it was to show you, okay, how could I do this? Okay, so hope you enjoyed it. See you in the next tutorial. Bye bye.